Hey, and welcome to One Word Show, the most talked about show in the Marine Corps. I'm Jason, I'm your host, and Darius is our guest today. Darius, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. Let's start off with we usually do stuff, we usually just jump right into the game, but I feel like people watching the show want to know a little bit more about our guests.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Darius?
Well, grew up in Washington State, and then I enlisted in the Marine Corps when I was 19. Did 4 years in, and then I got out and I started walking around and started traveling a little bit. And I'm here in Wisconsin today, or this week, visiting my sister who works for you guys.
Yeah. Jaleesa, better known as Dilly Bean, among the people who are really
Dilly
in the
Bean?
know. Oh yeah, that's a story for you guys to ask Jaleesa when you see her next. Well, thanks for being a good sport and coming on the show today. What do you know about One Word Show?
I just know that you're gonna have me pick a topic and we're gonna talk about it. I don't know what the topics are or anything.
That's pretty much on point. What'll happen is we'll get two words. I don't know what they are. You don't know what they are. They're gonna pop up on the screen here in a little bit.
Okay. And
then you pick which words you want to talk about, and we'll freestyle about it and see where it takes us.
Cool.
Sound good? All right. Yeah. We'll go ahead and see if our... Oh, I see it kind of in a small corner. It's so tiny. All right, there we go. Our words are kick or false.
Ooh. Let's go with kick for that one.
Go with kick?
Yeah,
all right, well,
kick.
Let's table it for just a second. Before we really get into it, why did you not go with false?
Because false has a very negative connotation, and I'm feeling good. So
let's go with... Well, when you say it, what do you mean by a negative connotation?
Well, because if you go into like a rabbit hole about false, it usually ends up with trying to either prove something wrong or something like that, like where you're just trying to like dig for something negative. So I'm just
Sure. No. Yeah. Well, yeah, I can definitely see where it's negative. I always think about when I hear false, I think about the true false test. You know, you thought a quarter could help you figure that out. Never did very well on those tests. I always felt like they were, the false part was the part that was tough, right? They give you almost the right one. And they change one word. And you missed it, and they're like, no, that's not what we meant. You're like, I hate you.
Yeah.
No. There's the rabbit hole, the negative rabbit hole.
Exactly. Then you're like trying to find out if something's real or not. So.
And then there's always the false positive.
Like on like a pregnancy test.
Yeah, no. Which instantly you're like, oh, that's negative.
Now your whole life is over.
Yeah, that's your life done. You are staying home. Well, yeah, no, okay. So we'll stay away from false then. If anything pops up in your head though, don't be afraid to throw that out there just as we freestyle and move along. So we'll go go with kick.
Yeah.
Kick. Lots of fun stuff with that, right? Kicking it.
Kind of
like what we're doing right now.
Kicking back. Kind of just hanging out.
Yeah, when you're kicking back, what are you doing typically?
Honestly, probably having a beer, smoking a bowl, one of the two.
Oh, all right. No,
just hanging out.
Just hanging out, having a good time. Do you
with a couple friends.
Are you video gaming at all when you're doing that? Or?
Sometimes, yeah. Especially if we're all broke or something,
Sure. Instead of going out,
you sit down and play some video games with your friends or whatever. For sure.
Right on. Do you have a go-to video game?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did before I left, but yeah. It's called Smite. It's like very competitive multiplayer games.
Okay. Is it on the computer platform
or for sure.
Regular gaming? Like I know nothing about that kind of stuff.
No,
I know like Xbox and
we just
and that's pretty much all.
PC Master Race, and we just play on our computers.
Playing it interwebs and hooked up with your friends all over.
For sure.
All right. Would you say there's like different levels so with the kicking part of it? Obviously kicking back, kicking it, just having a beer, whatever else. So you mentioned if you're broke, that's what you're doing for your level of kicking. So there's definitely different levels of it then.
Oh yeah, of course. Like sometimes I like going out dancing and stuff sometimes.
And that's your just got paid on Friday kicking it level?
Yeah,
you got some money in your pocket?
I got some money. Or go do something weird, like go skydiving or whatever, like just try and do some crazy stuff.
Yeah, have you skydived before?
Yeah, I went actually last year today, 1 year ago today.
Nice.
Actually, it's weird.
Happy 1 year anniversary on throwing yourself out of a perfectly good airplane.
Yeah, I know.
That seems like a horrible idea, but
it probably is, honestly.
What made you want to jump out of an airplane?
Kind of an adrenaline junkie.
Okay.
I like the rush, and then I don't know, just the aesthetic of it sounds cool. You can just kind of flip around and do dumb stuff. And I was tandem, obviously.
Okay, so you had first time you were strapped up with somebody else, and so you're using their parachutes. Now
they're the ones that pulled the cord and stuff. I was just there. I was just there for the ride. That's what being tandem is where the guy that's strapped to the front just doesn't do anything really.
Oh, see, I always thought that maybe they let you pull the cord or whatever, but they just
no, because you have to time it.
And fall, right?
You have to time it. Okay. Yeah, and there's like a certain a distance from the ground you have to pull it in.
Sure.
And you don't know what that is.
Or you bounce, and that's never good.
Yeah, don't bounce. Well, I mean, you have to land the same. You have to like lift your feet up and stuff.
Oh, sure. But, was there any preparation that you had to do to get ready to jump out of a plane? Like, did they have?
Kind of. They just went over like how to land, and they had you sit down on the ground and lift your legs up to make sure that you could do it.
Oh, okay.
And then as soon as if you prove that you could do it, then
you're good to go.
Yeah, you're good. The dude that I was with, he was a Scottish dude. He told me I was a 7,000th jump.
7,000.
Yeah, like exactly 7,000.
Were you a little nervous at that point?
No, because that dude was over it. He didn't care. He was just like, whatever, we're falling.
When you got up to the top, were there any second doubts right before you came out of the plane? Because I'm scared of heights, so I always imagine that if someone was actually able to talk me into getting on the plane, I would think that my hands at the last second would just shoot out and grab the edge of the plane, and good luck getting me out at that point.
Well, no, mine was kind of creepy. Or kind of scary, rather.
Okay.
So we sat down at the edge of the plane. You let your feet dangle out the edge of the plane, right?
Oh, yeah. And I'm a hard pass right now on that.
And he grabs the door frame and he says, all right, I'm going to rock once and then twice. And on the second time, we're going to go.
Okay.
And on the first rock, he accidentally pushed me off the plane and it jerked me down. So I was just hanging to him by my straps and my whole stomach went right into my throat. That was scary. And then he rocked back and I was like leaning back in the plane and then he did it again. And then we fell. And it was a lot of fun.
So once you got over the initial crap, I'm a dead man right now.
Oh yeah, it's like 3 seconds of panic.
Yeah.
It's 3 seconds of like and then it's just like bliss. You just relax and you start having fun. I got a video of it. And it was you're like you can see when the fear changes to like joy.
Oh, nice.
Because it's like oh.
You're like oh, I might survive this after all. All right, cool, we're good. No, awesome.
Feels like you're falling through a bowl of jelly. It's weird because you're moving so fast.
Huh. Now I can get a bowl of jelly, so I could probably replicate it without actually skydiving.
Yeah, you can just jump into a swimming pool full of jelly.
Pool full of jelly.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Awesome. Life goals. Life goals right there. I like that. What else about kick? You're a Marine.
Yeah, I like martial arts a lot.
Okay.
I like fighting and like watching UFC fights and stuff like that.
So do you prefer you mentioned UFC, so are you more of the all around training, where they have, the mixed martial arts part of it, where you have you got your jiu-jitsu, you've got your, taekwondo or your kickboxing?
Well, I did kickboxing when I went to when I was in college.
Okay.
And then I didn't get to go to any tournaments or anything, but we'd spar a lot and it was a lot of fun. And then I joined the Marine Corps and we do like the Marine Corps martial arts program or whatever.
Okay.
And you do a lot of kicking, a lot of knees, a lot of mixed martial arts type stuff because you're supposed to be
close quarter combat.
Yeah,
it's for elbows and
it's for because you're supposed to be fighting technically in like a full fighting load, so you'll have like a bulletproof vest on and a helmet. So it's like a very different.
That's a different kind of fighting technique, right?
Different kind of fighting because now punches to the chest don't hurt,
right? No, that makes
and it'll
sense.
break your hand. So you don't like you still body box and stuff, but it's mostly just to like move.
Sure.
Like move around. It's different kind of stuff. And I did that a lot when I was in the military. I did McMap a lot. And then and then once I got to the highest level I could in McMap at the time, I just started doing jiu-jitsu.
Right on.
After work. And it was a good time.
You still doing that now or
not recently because I've been bouncing around.
You've been bouncing around so much?
Yeah.
So once you settle back down, you got any plans to go try something a little bit different, or are you going right back
I think I'm going to go for
again?
Tournaments in jiu-jitsu. I think I'm going to start doing tournaments. I think
it'll
be fun. I did a lot of no. So there's like 2 different types of it. There's gi and no gi.
Okay.
And gi is like the traditional competition jiu-jitsu, and then no gi is like street fighting. That's like using jiu-jitsu in a street fight or whatever. It's more like a self-defense oriented type thing because in real life you don't have a robe on that you can just grab and hold onto.
You can just grab hold and toss someone around.
Yeah.
I used to take a Goju when I was in high school. And our instructor always had us never had us take our street shoes off. He's like, you don't have time to take your shoes off in a fight. And we're like, all right, it's hard to argue with that. Yeah. That hurts, dude. But whatever, let's do it. All right, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
No, for sure. Well, that's cool. That you have to make sure you get into some of those tournaments, get some video for us, send it out here. We'll
yeah, for sure.
We'd love to see some of that.
That'd be fun. No,
absolutely.
They just finished the I think the World Series Jiu-Jitsu tournament just ended like last week.
Did you watch all of that then, or
not all of it? But I saw like highlight reels of like different fighters and stuff.
Is Gracie still a big name in that sport?
Well, Gracie's always going to be a big name in that sport.
Well, I
don't think they don't compete like
okay.
That, but there's a couple guys in there that were pretty good. I don't know big names or anything. I'm not so into it that like I know fighters, but I like watching it and see what I can learn from just watching the guys that are really, really good.
Yeah,
because those guys are insane.
Absolutely
animals.
Absolute beast.
I had this instructor who's like this 5'6" Chinese dude, and the dude had an iron grip. It was like you couldn't, if he grabbed onto something, he wasn't letting
you. Just like a pit bull, you're done.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
dang, that's crazy. So, with all of your martial arts experience, have you ever had to kick a board, like break it with a kid? You ever do anything like that?
I mean, I've hit
or like Miyagi kicking a tree or
kind of. We kicked tires.
Okay,
like tractor tires, or we had like pads and stuff that you practice kicking on. And then there's just each other,
of course,
like you do, like stupid military people. We're so dumb. Like it's a lot of fun. We always have fun while we're doing it, but we always end up hurting each other because we're stupid.
No,
like,
well, that's what guys do. We're just kind of dumb sometimes.
For sure.
I think most women will agree with that comment. Probably. Anything else about kick that comes to mind for you, Darius?
Not really, man.
I think we covered the good stuff. You know, I'm glad we didn't go down the rabbit hole of of false. No, that would have been a different story altogether. Well, Thanks for coming on the show, man. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys at home enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you click that bell to get the notifications, subscribe, comment down below, tell us what you think, and if you think you can do it better, you can always come to our Facebook page and shoot us a message, or you can see more episodes just like this at onewordshow.com. And until next time, we'll see you.